What's up, fight fans? It's time for another action movie review. Unfortunately, I had to lay this one on you because I had just been on surfing on the net and I found some stuff that I didn't want to find out. And what I explain to you here will make sense when I get to the other thing later. And of course, we're going to talk about Street Fighter the movie. It was released in sometime in 1994. It was directed by Stephen E. de Souza. It starred Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile, Raul Julia as M. Bison, Kylie Minogue as Cammy, and Wes Studi, a Native American actor, as Victor Sagat. And it also had Ming from ER as Chun-Li. And pretty much this whole movie was a big colorful mess of light and sound, bad dialogue, cheesy bravado, bad costume designing, terrible music, and oh my god, it was just terrible. It was just terrible. Here's the plot. Pretty much it was like this. Colonel Bison is in charge of Shadowloo, which is based in Southeast Asia in Thailand, where they shot the whole film. Colonel Guile leads a group of UN forces, and his co-commanders are Cammy, who's from the British part, who's one of his co-commanders, and also T-Hawk is one of his sergeants, which is odd. Ryu and Ken are not in the military. They are doing this pretty much the same thing they did in Street Fighter 2V. They're roaming the world, causing trouble, getting into fights. You know, same old shit. Except in this one, Ryu is set to fight Vega in the cage while Ken is talking to Sagat. And they become friends with them once they get locked up by Colonel William Guile's forces because of a curfew that was set in Shadowloo. And, you know, there's other things to go on. You know, Charlie, Guile's friend, originally it was said that Charlie was killed by Bison. In this movie, Charlie turns out to be Blanca, which is kind of strange. Dalsim ends up being an Indian scientist who was kidnapped by M. Bison and he's using his research to, you know, do experiments on people and stuff like that. Balrog, Chun-Li, and E. Honda all work for ZNN, an international news program. Chun-Li's the news reporter, Balrog's the cameraman, E. Honda's the guy that's in the truck working the broadcast. But on the flip side of that, they have some kind of secret covert ninja operation where she wears all black and jumps in and out of windows and out top of the truck and shit. Oh, this retarded. Zangief is one of Bison's soldiers, and like in all the other media, he's a complete dumbass. Miguel A. Nunez Jr. plays DJ. DJ doesn't fight anybody. He does the computers, and he makes cheap jokes and bad, cheesy, I don't know, it's supposed to be comedic humor. And then he doesn't fight. He runs away in the middle of the final action sequence. I'm gonna just get this over with, okay? This is a piece of shit. I hated this movie. You know, back when I was a kid, it was pretty good because everybody liked Street Fighter. But now when I look back on it and I saw it again the other day, it was a complete piece of shit. I mean, it was terrible. You know, it was just terrible. Oh my god, it was just horrible. Now, for the most part, for one thing, I want to just start off and say, for this entire movie was miscast. Raul Julia, he was a terrific actor, but he is not M. Bison. M. Bison is supposed to have a giant physical presence. It's supposed to be very domineering and almost scary and terrifying. Raul Julia, although being one of the greatest actors ever filmed, does not exude that through this character. Jean-Claude Van Damme as Bison does not surprise me as a choice. This is during his era, back when he was making his own action films, and he was pretty much getting all the parts. Let's see, Kylie Minogue as Cammy. I don't know, man. It's just the whole movie was miscast. The dialogue was terrible. The fight scenes were awful. It seemed like every fight scene, instead of trying to make somewhat similar to the original media, but make it a reinterpretation, they made it so they're making like live action versions of every fighting move from the game, and the dumb poses, and oh god, they even had Guile do the flash kick, which was retarded. I was like, this is lame. For real. I mean, seriously, it was lame. And they even had Raul Julia on wires doing the Psycho Crusher. That was just eye-wincing embarrassing. There was even one moment where Ryu did the Hadouken. He didn't even say it. He just screamed a little and held his hands in the move. And there was like this big flash of light, and Vega flew across the locker room. And nobody did a Shoryuken or a Hurricane kick. Nobody said Hadouken. Cammy didn't even do a drill kick. Guile, I mean, they didn't give him if they're gonna let Ryu do a Hadouken, they should at least let Guile do a Sonic Boom or something if they want to go that far. And I don't know, guys. If you see this movie, do not pick it up. You know what you should watch? Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. That was probably the most faithful film adaptation that, pretty much was faithful to the original games, as it does show Ryu and Ken, who are the main characters, is safe to assume, as main characters in the movie as well. But unfortunately, the point I was trying to make earlier is that they're making a new Street Fighter film, which is in development and is supposed to be released in 2008. It will revolve around Chun-Li, who is the third main character. I mean, let's think about this. First Guile, now Chun-Li. It doesn't make any sense. Ryu and Ken are the main characters in the story. Why do they keep fucking this up? Why? Why can't they get this shit right? And you know who's gonna star? You know who's gonna star as Chun-Li? Kristen Crook. If you don't know who she is, look at Smallville. She's the cutie that plays Lana Lang on Smallville. Her. Now, I don't have anything against her. I think she's a very good actress, and wow, she's nice looking. Oh gosh, she's hot. She's hot, man. But I don't know, man. Chun-Li, I guess I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening, man. Well, that's my review, and those are my gripes about Street Fighter. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I have nothing to do with the making of the new movie, but just in case it sucks, I just want to apologize head on. And when it does come out, and if I'm still doing these, I'm gonna review it, and I don't know, maybe I'll gouge my eyes out after that. Well, see ya.